Every day, 30 people in the U.S. die in car crashes with an alcohol-impaired driver. This is one death every 50 minutes.
1 in 10 teens in high school admit to drinking and driving.
Teens are 17 times more likely to die in a crash when they have a blood alcohol content of 0.08%.
Drunk driving is responsible for 10,000 deaths every year.
The CDC estimates that 2/3 of people will be involved in a drunk driving crash at some point during their life.
Every 15 minutes, a teen will die due to drunk driving.
229 children ages 0 to 14 die yearly as a result of drunk driving accidents.
In rural areas, people are 2.5 times more likely to die in drinking and driving accidents.
Please remember to stay safe at your upcoming proms and don't hesitate to say no.
Drinking and driving puts not only your life, but other valuable lives at risk as well.
Before you put yourself in these situations, think to the people who love you.
Alcohol affects more than just you. Don't let this become your reality.
Up on scene, we have our medical technicians that are all taking care of fires, taking care of all of this. And the driver right there, he's in the middle of roadsides. He missed the entire time of trying to be over here and try to help his friends because he's getting arrested. And in a small town like this, everybody knows who that driver was, who's responsible for these deaths and the injuries to their friends and family. So it's something that we need to think about before we get behind the wheel for drinking and driving. In this scenario, and it is very common down here, the unrestrained drivers are our fatalities. I want to show you guys some statistics just from Benton, Otero County that we have locally, okay? As soon as I find it. So since 2020, all of the fatalities that I totaled up for Otero and Benton counties, 80% of the occupants that were killed were unrestrained. Unrestrained means no seatbelt. Because you no longer have the vehicle safety stuff there to protect you. That seatbelt is designed to keep you in the car so the airbags can do their job, so the vehicle can protect you. There's nothing protecting her from the asphalt or the other vehicle, okay, in this scenario. So we got to make sure that we're buckling up. I know when I come here and I teach to you guys, I tell you, every time I teach you, we're going to talk about seatbelts. That's why. 80%, 8 out of 10 people who are dead were unrestrained. Again, it's not a guarantee, but that's pretty good odds. And of those, so we've had 12 fatalities. That's where I got those numbers from. I got a couple questions for you, a couple of you guys. How many crashes do you think there were in Benton, Otero counties just last year? Just give me one number. Somebody throw something out. What you think? How many do you think? How many? 12. What else do you guys think? Any? 97. How many of you guys would be surprised to find out Benton, Otero counties last year we covered 246 crashes. That's the Colorado State Patrol investigated 246 crashes in Otero and Benton counties just last year. That doesn't count the fender benders at Walmart. That doesn't count all those little fender benders in town. The cities cover those. We cover highway crashes. A large number of these are property damage crashes, which means nobody was injured. Okay, just damage to property. But we had 8 of those were serious and 4 fatalities last year. So this is a very real scenario, guys.
This is Jocelyn with Swink FCCLA encouraging you not to drink and drive. 1 in 10 teens in high school admit to drinking and driving.
Please remember to stay safe at your upcoming proms and don't hesitate to say no.
Drinking and driving puts not only your life, but other valuable lives at risk as well.
Before you put yourself in these situations, think to the people who love you.
Alcohol affects more than just you. Don't let this become your reality.
You know, as part of it. Which Audrey, because she was an actress, didn't have anything.
She should represent the back. Yeah. If she wants.
So you can just say,
that doesn't have to happen.
our theme for our, and someone can stand backwards to you so you can read it.
And then the theme of it.
So you could say the theme since you don't have anything. And what else would you like to know from them?
How do you guys feel about the experience of the mock
Yeah.
DUI? What you
And
guys
that's where
think?
you would relate, true.
Well,
'Cause-
and can you guys share some takeaways?
It was very educational, and I think it hit a lot of people on like different levels of different parts in our mock accident. Like,
And I feel like it just like made people like really like realize like it's actually real, and because like
Right.
maybe it hasn't affected them, but they can see like it could affect you. And
Right, knowing
they
there's
don't know.
that many community members trained to deal with it,
Yeah.
right? Did you guys realize there'd be that many responders?
no,
Right? So I've been attending their mass casualty incident training and planning sessions. And the first responders locally say if they have a car accident that's got 3 people injured that need transport, they might as well consider that a mass casualty incident locally. Because it takes that much of their resources to respond to.
Yeah, because we just don't have the same amount, sure.
Yeah, so it really is a big deal they did that for you guys.
And if you want to even say like, you know, the part that you thought was the hardest to watch, or the part that,
Yeah, particularly it's shocking footage. If we don't know that it's just a simulation, it's really shocking. What aspects of it do you guys feel like was startling?
the mom coming out of the crowd.
That's pretty.
and that was actually our 2 victims that died. It was actually their mom that agreed to be the mom. So I think there was a lot of, she thought, how would I actually feel? How would I actually handle this?
Right?
She did a great job for us.
Yeah, she certainly got carried away with the role.
She did good.
In my role as media, I always want to try to avoid. I feel like I want to protect my audience. And so I try to avoid showing family members
Right.
on the scene that are upset like that. However, with it being a mock incident, we've got footage of her in tears.
Yeah.
She really pulled it off.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything you guys feel like you want to add? That you want to share about the experience with other high school kids?
Okay.
My class is so quiet. Would you, if you were talking to another school, like, what would you say to them about doing one?
I would suggest doing it.
Very educational.
Some of the things that we want to change to make it better.
We did evaluate after it was done, and sometimes I think you have to do that because you want it to keep the realism. And so we evaluated things that we would do different just as the project.
Absolutely. All right. What would you do different? I have to ask if that's set up.
We said one of our flaws was it was kind of hard to tell between when it was starting and when it was kind of actually happening, especially for like not only the audience but the actors and the actresses, because we didn't really have like a dead start, but we also at the same time didn't want to have someone come in and say it's starting. Like,
You guys need to figure out a big curtain.
yeah.
What we came up with is one of the kids that was playing the driver of the car that was okay, possibly him actually like on his phone call 911. Well, not real, but call 911. And she was supposed to be in his car, so have him go over there to her and call 911. That would have been a good indicator of the start, but we just kind of didn't think about it.
Had you ever done one of these or anything similar to this before?
I have. I did one when I was in Kansas, and then years and years ago, we had one that was between Lanta and us.
Okay.
But it's been several years. One of the things you really, in a school our size, you don't want to do it any closer than 4 years apart, because then it becomes daily. It holds no value to them anymore.
Right, to go through
So
it
we do want to
times.
spread it out 4 years at least.
All right, very good. Well, then I guess for the Swink FCCLA class, Kathy Werner and Swink High School, I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News.
Every 15 minutes, a teenager will die due to drunk driving.
229 children ages 0 to 14 die yearly as a result of drunk driving accidents.
Please remember to stay safe at your upcoming proms and don't hesitate to say no.
Drinking and driving puts not only your life, but other valuable lives at risk.
Before you put yourself in these situations, think to the people who love you.
And thank you to the Otero County Sheriff Department, Lahana Fire Department, Lahana EMS, Colorado State Patrol, Mosier Towing, UC Health Lifeline,
Swink School Administration, Swink Drama Club, Bonnie Grossman, FCCLA, and FACTS, Families Acting for Community Traffic Safety.
and a huge thank you to Ms. Warner for making this all possible. Don't let this become your reality.
Open it. Engine 131. See how I got out of that? Alright, everybody.
Thank you guys all for coming and paying attention and being a part of this. Go back and enjoy your rest of your day and enjoy prom in a couple of weeks. See ya.
Wait, this is about the Valley on SECOnews.org. Okay, Joey's the org.
Okay, are you guys ready? In 3, 2, 1.
This is about the Valley on SECOnews.org. Taylor, it's
I let it go. Honestly, I couldn't hear it.
I did not hear who
Let's
said
just do one more. That was really super. That was like there. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
This is about the Valley on SECOnews.org.